practical is it to secure a good marriage partner out there in this day and age? And if so, how best do I navigate in this seemingly insurmountable and difficult scenario? If you have this question, you have come to the right place. Stick around and let's address it together. Hello, I am Aaron Juru, and I want to welcome you to my channel where I talk about love matters, courtship, dating, and marriage. My desire on this channel is so that together we can be able to create marriages that are lasting, marriages that are enjoyable. I'm going to give you 4 tips. In these 4 tips, I'm talking particularly of the 4 kinds of people and 4 kinds of scenarios that you need to avoid when making choices for marriage. Sit back and relax, and let's get right into it. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 today is avoid getting into marriage by default. By this, I mean scenarios where people flirt, scenarios where people play around and do not take things seriously, but at the end of the day, they find themselves with an unwanted pregnancy at their doorstep. What is the next step? What is the way forward? The only way forward is you now have to take her for a wife. Avoid flirting, avoid playing around with people whom you know very well are not your marriage type. Avoid flirting around, avoid playing around with people that you know very well you would not take them seriously for a marriage. Secondly, on this issue of marriage by default, avoid resorting to playing around with a person simply because they are the person that is available, when you know very well that this person is not the type that I will settle for marriage. Marriage by default. It is a choice that you make who you want to play around with, who you want to flirt around with. If you are going to have to flirt, if you are going to have to play around, then know that there is a high risk of an unwanted pregnancy knocking on your doorstep, and the end result maybe you have to get married to this person. Tip number 2, avoid engaging with people with the intention of panel beating them to suit your template for a marriage partner. You know what exactly the kind of person that you desire for a marriage is. Yes, it is a point, it is a fact that there is nobody out there who will suit exactly the kind of templates that we write up for ourselves. People will always have this shortfall, people will always lack in that, people will always not match up in this or the other aspect of their lives. Never ever take somebody who is far below the kind of template that you have set for yourself, and you intend to then panel beat them so that they suit your template. The risk in trying to panel beat somebody for marriage is in that people are deceivers. Panel beating can give you false results. Somebody can easily pretend and flow along with you until the day that you say, I do. And then you have signed and everything is settled. A little later, they start showing their true colors. They revert back to who they really are. And then what do you do from then on? You will have to enjoy a marriage with somebody who does not suit what you would have desired. And the only other option perhaps may have to be for you to opt out of that marriage, which is the kind of thing that we are saying we do not want. We are not promoting that kind of thing in this video. Avoid settling for somebody that you know very well will need some panel beating. You are not a qualified panel beater. Panel beating will give you false results. Tip number 3 is avoid a potential partner who would want to keep your affair a secret. Avoid a person who would want to keep your affair a secret. Ask yourself why your affair has to be a secret. Normally, people who prefer to keep affairs a secret are people who are engaged elsewhere, are people otherwise who are already married, or are people who are ashamed to be out there with you. In other words, there are people who do not really have a serious intention, a serious plan in engaging with you. So avoid people who want to tell you that you have to keep this affair a secret. A secret from their relatives, a secret from your friends, a secret from your relatives. We have such people out there. Avoid scenarios where you enter into a relationship that has to be kept under key and lock. Ask yourself, why would somebody want a relationship to be kept a secret? The best, stay away from such a person. Tip number 4. Tip number 4, avoid engaging a person who is not within your age range. Avoid engaging somebody who is not within your age range. The advantage of engaging with a person who is within your age range is that your interests are common. Your pursuits are almost the same pursuits. There is a lot that you have in common. You don't run out of issues to discuss about. Your plans are kind of the same plans. A good marriage is built over a period of time. And when people are within the same age range, it is easy, it flows naturally. When you talk about one thing, your partner understands the language that you are talking about. When you are going through a certain experience, your partner understands the kind of experience you are going through because you are within the same age range. Engaging somebody who is outside of your age range has the risk that there are issues that they had rather discuss. There are times that they'd rather spend with people who are of their own age range. And therefore you will discover that the time that you will end up spending together may be getting smaller and smaller, and the time that you spend with other people out there tends to increase. The risk also is in that such a scenario may attract cheating, may attract some other undesirable kind of behaviors out there that may end up straining your relationship, that may end up breaking your relationship at the end of the day. And this is the kind of thing that we are advocating against in this video. The most important aspect of a marriage is love. It may not be existent in such relationships. But there are other issues that also make up marriage. You don't want to find yourself then having to go out there to people, to your peers, to people who are of the same age with you, to find solace in your peers, to find solace in people who are of your age. Bonding becomes very easy when you are within the same age range. Also, the risk of being used and dumped is also lower in a scenario where you are within the same age range. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you have enjoyed this video, please kindly click the like button below, and also do not forget to click the subscribe button below if you have not yet subscribed. I will be very happy to hear your comments in the comment section below so that we can keep on improving on our material and our videos. Thank you so much. Meet you in my next video.